Have you noticed something? Everywhere you look, entrepreneurship is glorified. On social media, it looks like freedom, luxury cars, working from a laptop. Be your own boss. And the message is always the same. Quit your job, start a business, become financially free. But here's the truth. There's a dark side of entrepreneurship that almost nobody talks about. And if you're thinking about starting a business, you deserve to hear it. Pause. Because entrepreneurship isn't just opportunity, it's pressure. 1. The loneliness. One of the first things entrepreneurs experience is loneliness. When you start a business, your life changes. Your friends might not understand why you're working weekends. Your family might question your decisions. People around you might say things like, "Why don't you just get a stable job?" And suddenly, the people who once supported you start doubting you. You're making decisions alone, taking risks alone, facing problems alone. Even leaders like Elon Musk have spoken about how incredibly stressful and isolating building companies can be. Because when you're the founder, there's no one above you to solve the problems. It's just you. 2. The constant pressure. Entrepreneurship looks like freedom, but many times it feels like the opposite. When you have a business, everything depends on you. Your income, your team, your clients. If things go wrong, it's your responsibility. When companies like Amazon were starting, even Jeff Bezos faced moments where failure was very real. Imagine that pressure. Every decision matters. One wrong move could mean losing everything you've built. That's a level of stress most people never see. 3. The fear of failure. Failure in business is public. If a project fails, people notice. If your startup shuts down, people talk. And statistics don't help either. Most startups fail, not because the founders are lazy, but because entrepreneurship is incredibly difficult. Markets change, ideas don't work, money runs out. Even legendary entrepreneurs like Steve Jobs were fired from the companies they created. Think about that. The founder of Apple, fired from Apple. Failure is part of the journey, but emotionally, it can be brutal. 4. The burnout nobody sees entrepreneurship often means working more than a normal job. Late nights, early mornings, constant problem solving. Many founders work 60, 70, even 80 hours a week. And the worst part? There's no guarantee it will work. You could sacrifice years of your life and still fail. That uncertainty can slowly drain your energy, your motivation, your mental health. And many entrepreneurs never talk about this publicly because success culture rewards only the wins. 5. The identity trap. Here's one of the most dangerous parts of entrepreneurship. Your business becomes your identity. Your self-worth becomes tied to your company. If the business grows, you feel successful. If it struggles, you feel like a failure. That emotional roller coaster can be exhausting. One good week feels like victory. One bad month feels like the world is collapsing. And that cycle repeats again and again. But here's the truth. Entrepreneurship isn't easy. It's risky, stressful, and sometimes incredibly lonely. But the people who succeed don't succeed because the journey is easy. They succeed because they accept the difficulty. They understand the pressure, and they keep going anyway. The dark side of entrepreneurship exists, but for many people, so does the reward. If you're thinking about starting a business, don't chase the Instagram version of entrepreneurship. Chase the real version, the one filled with challenges, mistakes, and growth. Because the truth is, the hard parts of entrepreneurship are also the parts that make entrepreneurs stronger.